Meteorologist Dean Davis, the Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. Time for a winter weather outlook. This is mainly going to be concentrated for the northeastern United States, including areas such as Pennsylvania, New Jersey, up through Boston, and into that area. So we're going to talk about what's going on by 8 p.m. tonight. As we start getting to this winter weather pattern here, you can see we have this line drawn out. That is the front. You can see this warm air underneath of it with that rain. The pink is ice and sleet. The blue is snow. As you can see, the snow is occurring in northern Michigan, back parts of Wisconsin, some sleet down toward the Detroit area, pushing into the cold air into central Pennsylvania. We continue this on. You can see a secondary low tries to develop around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You can see the ice area is north and west of New York City, but it's in the Allentown region and areas that's sleet and freezing rain as possible. Mainly looking at glaze, not looking at much in the Allentown region. The further you get back into the actual parts of New York, we're talking about a 1/4 inch of ice, which is pretty significant any way you look at it. This will continue tomorrow morning, right around the 9, 10 o'clock hour. As you can see, the Boston area is going to be near that real heavy snow, but anything west of Boston, you're going to get some heavier snow, a couple inches, before it changes over to the sleet and freezing rain. And we'll have a map from the Weather Service, and I'll tell you what I feel on it when we get to that. But you can see heavy snowfall in Massachusetts, up through parts of Vermont and parts of New York, Syracuse area in the ice. They're going to get a decent amount of ice out of this situation. As we continue on, looking at what we're having, so we have the, this is at 10 p.m. tonight, you can see where the snow versus the ice is. So you got a mix in Allentown. You go further back, Syracuse is in the heavy snow. And then south of that, you have icing going on, freezing rain and sleet. We may actually see some freezing rain and sleet in New York City, but as we go along, it warms up. Snow becomes heavier north. Syracuse changes over to freezing rain, and this everything goes towards the area of Maine by tomorrow. So what are we looking at in snowfall amounts? Well, you can see here almost an inch in Boston. So we're going to a 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5 inch range in Boston. North and west, we're going to look out possibly towards 2 to 3. Icing, that's going to be pretty significant. But as you see, most of it's a glaze to a 3/100th of an inch. The big area that may get bombed with some ice, other than Syracuse, is back towards Buffalo after you get inland a little bit. Some of the models are showing 0.3. And western Massachusetts is another area we're going to be worrying a little bit about ice. We're talking about up to a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of ice falling there. That'll be west of Springfield. So it's pretty serious. This is the Boston Weather Service map. And as you can see, Boston's right on that 2-inch grasp. So you have the areas that are less than an inch, Providence, Rhode Island, back to Hartford, Connecticut. As you go north, a little bit more precipitation, a little bit more snowfall. Obviously, 4 inches top of the state, 6 in the far top of the state towards Maine. That's not surprising based on the storm, but icing, this is pretty serious. 10 to a 1/4 for a majority of the area of central Springfield, going in the furthest west. When you get towards far western parts, we're talking about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. You can see where I put glaze. You're going to at least get a glaze of ice in most areas tomorrow morning. We look out towards the 12th, and that's our next actual good-looking weather maker. We actually make it a snowstorm available by that timing in New Jersey to Virginia all the way up to Boston. So we have to keep an eye on that. That's a little bit ways out, but tonight, prepare for some ice and snow. And we'll talk to you again soon. Meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, live, weatherblogs.com.